gave me this machine, and I'm pretty sure I can tell you exactly what's wrong with it. We'll plug it in. I would say, because of the style of this machine, these machines with these Maytags, or maybe a Whirlpool, but these machines with the knob right in the middle and with a wash plate. Now it doesn't have a wash plate, but if you look down in here, let me take my flashlight, you can see down there's a bolt way at the bottom. So that's going to be a little bitty short shaft. Little short shaft down in the bottom, down in the caustic area, the bleach and soaps and all kinds of stuff down in there. What happens? You've got a steel shaft with splines on it that goes through a tub hub, and the tub hub is made of nylon, and soap and bleach and what have you over time corrodes that the spin shaft, and it doesn't mesh solidly with the nylon tub hub, and it will strip it completely out. So what we're going to do is take the top off of it, and we'll see. We'll screw in that. We'll see what it does. He told me it wouldn't spin the clothes out any longer, so I'm betting that's what the problem is. But he said, hey, if you want this thing, come get it. I'll use it for other parts, I suppose. Okay, so let's put it in diagnostic mode. Diagnostic mode, you always go to the left. I stop on 12. 3 clicks to the right, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, did it too fast. Now all our lights are flashing. You can see those. And we want to put it in diagnostic mode, so you want the spin and the done light on. And we want to put it in diagnostic mode, and we want to lock it. So you push it once, you push it twice to lock it. The lid locked, and we want to put it on spin, and spin happens to be the done and the wash light. You can see that. Now in your view, these lights might be flashing. It's got something to do with the shutter speed on the cameras, but to me these are solid lights. This one, and this one. I'm going to turn it on spin, and let's watch and see if it'll spin for us. Here it's shifting. No, it doesn't spin. So anyway, what we can do, we'll take this off and we'll look at that tub hub, and we'll look at the splines, and if the splines are good enough, we may have a machine that we can fix, but I'm very doubtful that it is, in which case we'll just have to part it out, because I don't have a gearbox with good splines on it either. Anyway, let's do that. So we hold that down till it stops. Yeah, well, it should unlock now, and it did. So let's check out our tub hub. And to get to that tub hub, we need a 7/16 and a long extension and another long extension to get way down there in the bottom. Oh man, that's tight. Yep, and see, it's been down there and all that stuff. So what we'll have to do is get an impact wrench and do that. And I'll do that right now. Let me go out. So I got an impact wrench here. I'll put it on these extensions. And way down here in the bottom. Make sure it's on reverse, and let's hit it. What we'll probably have a problem with is getting that agitator out. Yeah. You know, this is probably not even going to be worth messing with. So, it's really not worth the time and effort to mess with that. So why don't we just part this rascal out. Oh, I hate to give up on something. The indication is if this is stuck, chances are that shaft is so corroded that it's not going to be able to be used again.
Day 2.
So yesterday I was working on this machine and I determined that the tub hub was stripped out because of the splines rusted out, but nothing on this thing is loose, and I couldn't get this agitator off, so I decided to scrap it out. So I scrapped out the whole top side of it, and when I got around here to the bottom, this is what I found. I've already put a different motor on there, but here's the motor that I took off. I've never seen this, never, since working here. I took this off, I went to spin it, and look at that. That pulley is completely loose. I've never seen that since I've been working with Mr. Harper. And the symptoms of this and those splines being stripped out are the same. That motor will overspeed every time. It'll make that horrible sound that you see in the first of the video. So anyway, I gotta go fetch all the parts that I've scrapped off of this thing and put them back on, and hopefully I'll have a good machine that I can sell. So I took the drain off and the water pump and the shift actuator. I just took everything off. I took the, you know, I'm not going to be able to do this because I scrapped out the top of I scrapped out the console on that thing. Gosh dog it. And I separated the aluminum from the metal, and so that was a stupid mistake. I know now to check for this when I hear that now. Oh well, you live and learn. Yeah, let me look over here in my scrap bin. I don't think I'll be able to put it back together. Might be able to. You know what? I'm gonna try, because that's too good a machine to just throw away. See if I can put all this back together. Line these holes up again. Okay, I think we'll be able to make this, put this all back together. Right now I have service calls to make. When I come back, I'll try to rebuild this thing after scrapping it out. Now at this point I had to go off and do some service calls, and when I got back I forgot to turn the camera on. So anyway, you don't get to see the rest of the repair. But the machine was put back together, and when I put a different motor on it, it functioned absolutely perfectly. I sold it for $225, and that was a couple months ago, and I haven't had a call back from the customer that bought it, so I assume it was a successful repair. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Chip out.